Hello everyone! Welcome to another pick a card reading. This one is for February 2020. We have all 5 of my decks here. I have some candles burning, I have some crystals out. Just got done with a whole cleansing of the house, so there's a whole lot of vibrant energies and I cannot wait to do this reading for you all. I have been called for the past 2 days and been so busy. So I am just overjoyed to finally be able to pull my decks out and do this reading for you. I really feel like the universe has a lot to tell us. I feel like some of these are going to be very, very transformative readings. So without further ado, let me go ahead, get these shuffled, find out what the universe is trying to tell you, and we'll get to it. All right, once again, I'm very, very excited. We have all 4 of our groups here. I'm going to be putting a picture up on the screen right now for you to observe. And we're going to be going from left to right. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. I want you to close your eyes, reach out. Without seeing, try and feel where your intuition is pulling you. What's calling to you? And if it's more than one, that's okay. That's fine. These are collective readings. Sometimes there's pieces in one. Sometimes there's pieces in another of things that you need to hear. It's fine. But wherever you're feeling the strongest pull, I want you to focus in on that. And as soon as you're able, I want you to open your eyes. See visually now where your intuition has been pulling you and go for it. Please feel free to pause the video if you need more time. That being said, I'm going to start getting into the readings now. Hello, Group 1. We have a whole lot of cards for you today. Let's see what they have to say. I'm going to start from the bottom of the deck and work my way up, because the bottom of the deck is our foundations, it's our themes. These are my oracle cards, a Hedge Witch Oracle. And for you, we have growth, we have nurture, and we have resourcefulness. All of those are very clearly intertwined already just from their key words. Nurture, you have to nurture something to grow. You have to be a little resourceful to grow. You have to be a little resourceful to nurture sometimes. A whole lot of intertwining ideas right here. Their plants are the fern, the clover, the huckleberry. We're going to use these as jumping off points for some of the cards later. I'm going to be tying back into them. But let's see what my decks have for you. First is my Line Strider. And we've got Page of Wands. You'll notice I'm turning all of my cards upright if they've been reversed. I find intuitively more often that a card will tell me if its meaning is meant to be reversed. I do not read reversals as they fall. I have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Lots of positive cards, very exciting. In my Shadowscapes deck, we have the Page of Cups as well as that Page of Wands, and from our Line Strider, we have the Ten of Cups, which is such a positive card. I'm so happy. The King of Cups, very cups heavy. Wow. Seven of Pentacles, that fits back into nurture and resourcefulness as well. From my Wild Unknown deck, we have the Mother of Swords, the Ten of Swords, don't be scared, the Star, and Judgment. And finally, from my Wildwood deck, we have the Page of Bows, just the Page of Wands, so another Page of Wands. Page of Wands? Yes, apologies. Knight of Arrows, so the Knight of Swords, Ace of Stones, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Arrows. So once again, Page of Swords. I'm seeing a decent amount of a mix here. I've got swords across the board. I've got cups in almost every single deck. We have lots of wands, so this is going to be a very energetically mixed, elementally mixed month for you, which I think is good. It's good to have balance. When you have one thing ruling, sometimes it's because you're focusing too much on it. Sometimes it's just because that's going to be the stage that it needs to play on in your life. That's my cat. He really likes helping me with tarot readings. I'm so sorry. Are you done? Okay. Sorry about that. I had to put him on the floor. He was just gonna step all over the reading. Okay. What's really sticking out to me right now is you have so many pages. Pages are messengers. So this to me is something of you have something you need to hear. Like, this isn't an event that's coming. This is a listen up, we have some advice. So, there's that mix of the Page of Wands. There's two of those. As I mentioned, Page of Bows, Page of Wands, same thing. Page of Wands is kind of, she reminds me of a smaller Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very center of attention. She knows what she wants. She has what she wants. She's going to get what she wants if she doesn't have it. She has the means, the opportunities. The Page of Wands is like a smaller version of that in most of my decks. She's very resourceful. She is kind of at the... She's not at the head of a project, but she definitely has a key role in a project. So keep that in mind. We have the Page of Swords. She is small, but she's feisty. She really understands things on a fundamental level and is able to think through them very quickly. The Page of Cups. She is very intuitive, very childish in some ways, imaginative. Not childish in an immature way, though it can be that sometimes, but more so childish in that she still has a lot of wonder inside of her. So for some of you, that may be connecting, that you may go, oh, that's me. And we also have here the Mother of Swords, the Knight of Arrows, and the King of Cups. Now, court cards usually are people. Not always, but they usually are. So I feel like you're going to have a lot of people present in February for you. Those pages are going to be in your life, whether that be you or someone that you know, family member, friend, someone that you meet. The King of Cups is a very fatherly figure. He's very emotionally grounded. He understands himself. He has control of himself. The Mother of Swords is she's about clarity and about black and white, but also the shades of gray in between. But she understands all of them, so they're stark to her. That Knight of Arrows, the Knight of Swords, you have so many. You have the Page of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Mother of Swords. So mental clarity is going to be huge for you. You're going to be having some people coming into your life that are going to really start making the pieces fall in place. It's a very big thing. That Ace of Swords, that Four of Swords, that Ten of Swords, end of a conflict, finality. Maybe a little bit of a loss, too. You have an idea. It's the start of an idea, Ace of Swords. That you maybe have... It's still at the start, but you may have had it for a while. It's just never really come to fruition. And these sword players, this Mother Queen, this Knight, this Page, are going to help you develop that I really feel like the Page becomes the Knight, becomes the Mother. That's sequentially the Page, the Knight, the Mother in the tarot. So it could very, very well so be the page gives you a small bit of a clarity, and then the Knight of Arrows comes in and maybe shakes everything up, because knights are very good about doing that. And suddenly it's like, whoa, I never thought of it this way before. And then the mother comes in and she's like, you've seen both sides. You've seen 3 sides, 4 sides. You've seen different perspectives now. You've had your world, your foundations kind of shaken up, your expectations shaken up. Here's what that means for you. And it's going to be a little bit of a ride. That 4 of Swords is about rest during a conflict. Regathering your strength. So maybe Knight's going to come in, shake you up, and you're going to go, whoa, hold on, I need to rest, recuperate, figure out where I'm at. And then eventually you're going to hit that 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords can be not so great. 10 of Swords, in my opinion, can also be very, very great. Like I said, it's an end of a conflict. I have here on the art, it's a buffalo that has been speared through the head with 9 other swords sticking out of him. So obviously that's a possible loss. The loss could just be, at the beginning I had this idea, but now it's this idea. And I've lost a little bit of my perception of the world, but you have gained an end to this small journey, and you can start on the next part of your wheel, your next part of your journey. The 10 cards are very final. They're very, it's like the major arcana. You go through the minor arcana like a journey, 10 being the end, and then you get into the court cards. So don't worry about it being an end. Especially with growth and nurture here, you're gonna grow from this experience. So for some of you, big things coming. I also see the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's a soulmate card. So for some of you, someone very important may be coming into your life that's going to stick around and really, really begin to build a foundation for you. I just looked down, I saw the Ace of Stones. I really feel like those 2 cards are connected this month. So you're going to start building a stable domestic, material, financial, career foundation with someone who is a soulmate. Soulmate is not always romantic. Sometimes it's a friend. Sometimes it's a family member that you were just very, very connected to, but there is going to be a culmination of that relationship this month that is going to be very important for you and is going to start setting foundations for you. I feel like the King of Cups or the Page of Cups could be related to that, could be you and the other person, could be a separate player coming in, either the Page or the King. It really depends. The 6 of Cups right here is such a cute card. It has 2 little lemurs on it, and they have flowers and ribbons around them, and one has the flowers in the cup behind them, and it's a really cute card. They're intertwining tales, they're connected, there is a connection here. Lots of connections this month for you all. The 7 of Pentacles is all about learning when to truly reap the benefits of something. So this may be something where you need to actively play in the culmination of this relationship. I mean, ideally you're always active in your relationships, but this one, really pay attention to the opportunities, really notice when you can get physically emotionally relationship involved in what's going on in your life. I want to address Judgment and the Star. Judgment, I feel, is going to be heavily connected to all of those swords cards. Judgment is about bringing truth and clarity to a situation in a big, major way. So, just like I was saying, you're going to have your foundations rocked, but you're going to come out of it and you're going to be like, oh, okay, next step now, please. And the Star, again, too, guidance, clarity. You have a really big month and you're going to have a whole lot of growth. You're going to be heavily nurtured by the relationships that you are experiencing, and your resourcefulness, your inherent resourcefulness, I feel that now, especially with all of these wands, your inherent resourcefulness is going to be a huge key to this month. So group 1, I think some wonderful things are on your horizon. I hope the reading resonated with you. Please feel free to leave feedback below, and I will see you again. Hi, Group 2. All right, lots of positive cards in Group 1. Very excited to get into this one now. So much coming to me. These cards were just flying out while I was pulling them for you. So, starting from the bottom of the deck, let's go with our foundational cards from my Oracle deck, my Hedge Witch Oracle deck. We have Ephemeral. This is one of my favorite cards. It's gorgeous. It's a daylily. We have Build, Cattail. And we have Service, Garlic. Very interesting. I'm not getting anything immediately from these 3 cards, but since I use them as a foundation for themes in your month, they tend to be a little more brought into light once we get further into the reading, so let's see. We'll start with my Line Strider deck. I have for you the Ten of Wands, Death, one of my absolute favorite cards, the Moon, and the King of Wands. Wand heavy. We've got 2 major arcana already. Let's see what Shadowscapes brought for you. We have the 2 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Judgment. Let's see. Wild Unknown, the Chariot, Death again. We have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Wands. And oh, look at that, a 5th one snuck in there. Interesting, the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Vessels from my Wild Wood, so 2 of Cups here. 3 of Arrows, that's going to be the 3 of Swords. 5 of Vessels is going to be the 5 of Cups. And we have the Ace of Vessels, so the Ace of Cups. So Ephemeral is about the temporary nature of things. And with Death in here twice, I'm smelling change. Change, end of a cycle, maybe a little bit of loss. We'll see. Something of note, death does not mean you're gonna die. It does not mean someone in your family or your friend circle is going to die. It's a very misunderstood card. Honestly, I personally believe it's one of the most powerful, one of the most positive cards in the major arcana. Change is necessary for our life, change is necessary for growth. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. And the sooner that we acquaint ourselves with those energies and the sooner we get comfortable with it, the sooner that we can build and grow. There you go, build your cattails. We have some other very final cards in here. That 10 of Wands, that end of that journey. We have Judgment, who is all about bringing clarity to a situation. She is at the end of her seeking for knowledge. She knows. She's found it. She's found the truth. She's found the clarity. She's found the balance. She knows exactly what she needs to have harmony in herself, in her life, in all of the elements that are affecting her. She's very, very much so a part of that. We have the King of Wands, who is like the high ruler of the Wands suit. Usually court cards referred to people. I'm not getting a person from him, though. I don't feel like he is a person. I feel like he's energy is what is affecting this. So this very self-assured, confident, charismatic energy is going to be big. The moon is here. The moon is about intuition, the darker side of things, the stuff that we may shove to the back, our shadow selves. I think in conjunction with Judgment and Death, there's going to be some shifting perceptions going on here, some things that are going to be brought to light that may be ugly. With all of the cups, and with the 3 of Arrows here, could be a relationship. The 2 of Vessels and the 2 of Cups, yeah. There's going to be something that is going to be brought to light with your relationships. And your relationships, I'm going to be very, very honest with you, something might be ending. You might be walking away, they might be walking away. You're going to learn something ugly about yourself or them, and it's going to end. That's just what I'm getting. And the Chariot right now is just staring at me going, you are driving towards this with how you are going right now. You are on the path to find this out very, very soon. But it's going to be okay. It needed to end so that you can start building something else. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Vessels and the Ace of Wands, look at how many starts you have here. As many ends as there are beginnings. Ephemeral, nothing lasts forever. You're going to be starting anew. And that's okay. It's all going to be in service of your greater self. It's going to be in service of your growth, of you moving along your life's path, of turning the wheel, of keeping going on your journey. It needs to happen. The Two of Wands here is very much so about potential. Lots of potential energy here. The Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands together, I really love seeing those because that is like, to me, when I see those in a reading, that is a spark that is going to ignite very quickly and you're going to be like, whoa, what just happened? Five of Vessels here too. It is a woman dancing with these glowing bowls around her, and the keyword is ecstasy. All of this is a celebration. It is a celebration of what has happened. It is a celebration of what is to come. So even though there are endings, there are beginnings, there are buildings, there are connections with this Four of Pentacles, there is truth, clarity, happiness, ecstasy, celebration, new growth, building strong foundations for yourself and your relationships. It's going to be tough, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be tough, and some of it might even be inevitable. You might not be able to change some of this. Usually you can. Tarot is always a look into a possibility. Free will is the strongest magic you have. But, that being said, you're going to have to really try to change this one. But I'm going to encourage you not to. Because death usually tells of a necessary loss or change. And with Judgment there, I feel like you're going to need to lose this thing to truly come into yourself this February. So, it'll be hard, but I believe in you. If this resonated, please let me know. Leave some feedback in the comments below. Let me know how it goes. If any of this starts to play out, let me know. I love hearing that stuff. I love hearing from you guys. But yeah, short and sweet, but oh so powerful, Group 2. I can't wait to read for you next month. Hey, Group 3. I am so excited to get into your reading. This particular group, I had my decks flinging cards at me. So whatever is here right now, oh boy, does the universe want you to know. Let's start with the foundation. These will be your themes, your general energies. I'm going to find out what it has. Abundance, very, very good. Humility, going to be learning some stuff, it seems. And mystery. Ooh. Let's get in my Line Strider deck. We've got the Seven of Swords. This one, literally, I always pull 4. And as I was shuffling, 4 in a group just spat themselves out. So I was like, oh, job done. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Chariot, and King of Swords. Lots of air energy going on. I feel like that connects back to mystery, because Swords is all about bringing things to light. Let's see what Shadowscapes had for you. We have the Nine of Swords, more swords. Six of Pentacles, mutual growth, mutual nurture. Ace of Cups, nice start of a relationship. Queen of Wands, could be someone coming into your life. The Wild Unknown. We have the Nine of Pentacles, gathering resources. Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups, same thing. Imaginative, creative. very much so in tune with herself. Daughter of Wands, so Page of Wands, same thing. She's like a tiny, tiny Queen of Wands, so she has a lot of feist to her. And Three of Cups, connections, beautiful. We have the Knight of Bows, so the Knight of Wands. We have the Shaman. We have the Six of Bows, so Six of Wands, which also says abundance on it. Amazing! Look at that, synchronicity. And we have the Archer. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of take a nice stock of the cards all together. I see we have a Knight, we have a Queen, we have 2 pages, we have another King. Wow. Lots of people, lots of energy too. I feel like this one could really go either way. Some of you, this is going to be energies influencing you. For some of you, it's going to be literal people coming into your life. King of Swords and Knight of Wands. Knight of Bows. These 2 people know each other. Wow. It's a group. It's a friend group. Someone, maybe a few of you, but I'm getting faces. So probably one of you. These cards correspond to your friends, especially with that Three of Cups. I'm sorry. I've never had this happen before. Someone's moving. Some of you, I think a lot of you actually. A lot of you are moving off to somewhere else, a different part of the city or a different part of the state. A few of you are moving across state. Something for college, something for a job. Or friends are moving away for some of you. And you're very scared of losing that connection. You guys have been together for a very, very long time, but this is going to be best for all of you. Those of you that are the ones moving, I feel like you're moving to the right place. You're going in the right direction. You are driving your chariot. For others, I feel like you need to take a deeper control of the reins. That Eight of Swords, you're not... And the Seven of Swords, you're not... You are walking away from a conflict towards something that you don't understand. That is the mystery. And you're going to learn very quickly, humility, that you've made the wrong decision. The Nine of Swords is all about looking up at a cacophony of conflict and not getting involved. Sometimes that is for the best, sometimes it's not. You really need to start meditating. That Queen of Wands, she is in control. She is the center of attention. She is someone in your life that has been taking up a lot of your time. Could be you. You could be taking up a lot of people's time too. The Ace of Cups, those of you who are moving and those of you who are losing people, you're going to be creating some new relationships. Three of Cups again. They will be fulfilling. I promise. The Six of Pentacles, just because you are leaving and just because someone else is leaving you does not mean that you are losing your connection. That Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, is really talking about that. It's 4 feathers circling 9 pentacles in the center. Which again, I'm feeling movement from that card. Just not usually. At least not for this deck. Moving towards opportunities, greater opportunities. It's connected to the Six of Pentacles in a big way. They're leaving, but you're still going to be influencing them greatly, and they're going to still be influencing you. The Archer is about that potential energy. She's pulling it back. She's getting ready to go. So all of the things happening this month are going to be a store of energy, a buildup of energy that is just going to suddenly let loose for some of you. The The shaman, too, he is very in tune with the things around him. He has a whole lot of potential going on with him. He sees what he has. He has abundance. He has humility. He knows the mystery. He has the answers. So you need to start moving towards that. That Six of Bows, the abundance, the opportunity, the resources around you. You're not losing anything by moving or having someone leave. You are only gaining more and more. I feel this really deeply, that it hurts to be leaving, to be losing. You are not handling very well. But it's going to be okay. I really, really feel with some of these cards that it's going to be rough and rocky, and it's going to feel like you have no idea what just happened. But this is a long game. You're going to look back and realize that it was okay, that there was growth that happened, that this was what was very necessary. You're going to take the blindfold off. You're going to accept the hardship and grow and find answers. This one, it feels very intensely specific. And this very well may not be resonating with everyone. I'm hoping there's some snippets here and there that are really getting through, but there is one of you, like I said, maybe a few, but I'm really feeling there's one of you that's like, this is it. I see a black jacket and brown hair. Don't know if that's you, but I see a few guys, a couple girls, at least visually. I not to be ciscentric or anything like that. I'm trans. Is the night leaving you? It's very interesting. I'm going to leave it here because I'm not getting much more from these. There's a lot of movement in your month. There's a lot of loss, but there's equal amounts of connection and new opportunities. So please feel free to let me know what you think. I am always happy to clarify if you have any questions, because I have a lot. If this is you, please let me know. Because I would like to read for you. I feel very called to do that. Let me know. Thank you, Group 3. We're going to check back in next month and see what the heck just happened. And finally, last but not least, hi, Group 4. Sorry, I keep shifting in my chair. I know you can hear it, but woo, let's go. Foundational cards from my Oracle deck. We have Strength, Purify, and Repel. Interesting. Those do connect, at least for me in my head, but let's see what the rest of the deck has to say, because we're going to get a little more clarity through that. So let's go with my Line Strider. We have the Six of Pentacles. Oh. A little bird carrying a stem that a rat is getting some nourishment from. As the rat gets his nourishment, he drops some below for the little bird. It's all about mutual nurture. You've got the Three of Pentacles. Such a beautiful card. The Two of Swords. Choices. We have some choices. Page of Cups. She is hauntingly beautiful in this deck. She is imaginative. She's very connected to her inner child. We have my Shadowscapes deck, which has the Three of Wands, which I feel connects heavily to the Two of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, Strength, the High Priestess. In the wild unknown, we have the Five of Cups, which is a little bit emotionally drained. We have the Three of Pentacles, once again reinforcing that message. We have the Three of Wands, so vibrant. We have the Eight of Cups, which is a little bit about loss. You're not the only one losing this month. The Four of Vessels, the Four of Cups, boredom, the Moon on Water, Three of Stones, the Three of Pentacles, creativity, the Eight of Stones, Eight of Pentacles, skill, mastery, craft. I, first off, am getting a lot of earthy vibes from this. Not even necessarily because you have, there's a pentacle, there's a pentacle, there's a pentacle, there's strength, which some people consider a very fiery card. It really depends for me. I feel like this one, he's picking up on the influences of earth. You have two more, so that's 6 cards, which is about half of your reading is earth influence. So this is going to be very materially connected. And when I say material, I mean the physical plane. It can mean things like home, your career, your finances, but it's basically anything that exists much more in the physical than in anything else, rather than the emotional, the spiritual, the mind, things like that. Purify. There's going to be some heavy emotionals to high. That's my cat. Must you? You're also not the only one who got their reading interrupted by my cat. Group 1 did too. Oh, Lord. You're making me look unprofessional, ghoul. So, purify. Like I just said, heavy energies. Very, very heavy energies going on in this month for you. Especially with that Five of Cups and that Eight of Cups. I'm feeling that you, and the Four of Vessels there too, Four of Cups. Whoa. Lots of emotional draining. Like you're not feeling great right now, are you? You're going to need to repel those negative energies and purify yourself. You're going to need to make a choice to feel better. I feel like this is something that you're holding on to some stuff that you should not be holding on to, and you know better. The Moon on Water tells me that you know better, which is okay. We've all been there. But you're going to have the strength of mind and the strength of emotion to go, you know what? I need to do what's best for me. I need to nurture myself. I need to be building things rather than breaking them down. I need to be creating connections and opportunities for myself rather than breaking them down. I need to not have my cat. I need to create. I need to establish. I need to be vibrant. I need to nurture myself with those that nurture me. And I need to take a leap of faith while I'm doing it. That's the big thing for you this month, is you're going to need to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to trust that you know yourself well enough to take that leap of faith. That High Priestess with the moon, lots of intuition here. You're just going to have to trust yourself. If it feels right, it's right. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. You're going to have to really fine-tune that for yourself. So get rid of the negative energies, because they're going to hold you down and stop you from doing that. Get rid of those negative energies and you are a go. You're going to be going boom, out, boom, out. You stay. Absolutely, you're just going to know. But it takes practice. Takes a little skill, a little crafting. There's that Eight of Stones. You have to practice your intuition. And you will make mistakes as you practice, but that's okay. Sometimes something that we view as a mistake now turns out not to be later. It turns out that we have not been burning bridges Rather, we have been making sure that things that would later turn toxic never had a chance to influence us in the first place. And honestly, if you make a mistake, you can fix it. That's the big thing about skill, too, is knowing how to fix things, is thinking a little bit outside of the box. There you go, 3 of Stones, creativity. Think a little bit outside of the box. And you can always rebuild a connection. You know, unless you very explosively got rid of it, you may not ever get it back to exactly the place it was before, but you can always work to rebuild. Always. You just have to have the strength of character and the strength of mind and the maturity, which is an aspect of strength that I feel doesn't get talked about nearly enough. The maturity to know what's best for you and how to do it and how to navigate those difficult situations, because they are difficult. Oh, don't get me wrong, are they difficult? But it's okay. And the Nine of Pentacles here too, she is such a pretty card. She's playing a piano that is made of a tree, and the tree is still there, and it is holding up this beautiful art. So it is also a lot like the Six of Pentacles to me, specifically in this deck, of this mutual understanding. Excuse me. This mutual understanding, this mutual exchange of energy. She is playing her beautiful melody, and it is growing the tree, and the tree is creating art for her to enjoy. Life is all about exchanges. Don't be afraid to exchange your energy. Don't be afraid to take energy from someone else who is willing to give it to you. Understand that you still need nurture. As mature and adult as we all are, we still have an inner child inside of us. And we need, some of us more than others, to take care of that child. We need to get rid of the things that might be poisoning her or him or them, or that might be poisoning us. Things that maybe started in our childhood that are poisoning us now, that are stopping us from building connections and foundations and truly being vibrant with our energy. And so if you notice anything odd, once again, I am cursed for my hubris, and my camera cut out in the middle of recording, so if the lighting is slightly off, or if I'm suddenly further back, that's why. So what I was saying is, you have 2 choices. You can purify yourself of what has been negatively impacting you, or you can keep letting it happen. Which, I mean, ideally none of us should, but really you are at the crossroads right now, and you need to find your strength and maturity so that you can stop letting these incredibly negative things affect you. These losses, these emotional breakages, this emotional boredom, all of the darker things that are seeping in from your shadow self. Bring them to light, accept them, and become purified and stronger than you were before. That is what I'm getting for you this February, Group 4. Lots of changes, lots of very introspective work to do. But I hope it resonated. Please let me know if it did. Please let me know if you have any questions. As always, I'm always happy to answer them. And I cannot wait to start reading for you again. Let's check back in next month. See you then.